What are we saying? We are back. Episode 37 on Case of the Blues. Another game where we've dropped points. And I thought, you know what, I'll jump on and do a live reaction rather than a video. I've calmed down a little bit since the result. If you watched the live stream earlier, I appreciate it. If you're watching now, leave a like, sub if you're new. I'm just going to get a quick tweet out before, or a post out before I get into it. So any of the Twitter folk out there, or X folk, whatever you want to call it, still Twitter to me, can get involved. Let me just get this out now quickly, and then we'll get cracking. But yeah, calmed down a lot since the result. But during the live reaction, I weren't happy for obvious reasons. Fucking 2-2 to Ipswich is just pathetic. Like pathetic's not even the word. For us, I mean, we haven't managed to beat Ipswich all season. Lost to them, and now we've drawn to them. Absolutely pathetic. Here we go, DCF already. How you doing, brother? Horrible Chelsea draw to Ipswich. We aren't a United. That should be okay with that, and keeps lowering the standards. He's sent for United already. Obviously, United losing 4-1. But boy, where do we start? I mean, like I said, we haven't beat Ipswich all season. They've nicked 3 points off us and another point today. And like that could have been a difference between us getting top four. You know, right now I'm looking at that thinking we're done. UCL is binned now. Obviously, I've already had a play predictor. I've already predicted where we're going to finish in the league, and I've already said that we won't be finishing in the top five even, and we'll be finishing seventh. And now my predictions that I've put forward, it's looking more and more like that's coming to play. I even got today's prediction wrong. I said that we would get a win, and we've got a draw. And the manner that we're getting this draw is just absolutely pathetic, in my opinion. And, you know, rightfully so. When you look online, you know, everybody's moaning at Enzo Maresca, saying Enzo Maresca needs to go. In my opinion, I agree. He needs to go. I was saying it months ago, but being kind about it, being very political about it, saying how, you know, no matter where he finishes in the league this season, there needs to be a serious review about his management of the squad, regardless of whether he achieved the objectives or not. For me, the objective's done. He hasn't met the objectives. The objective for me was top four and a trophy. He could go win that Conference League. I wouldn't give a fuck. He could go win the Club World Cup. I wouldn't give a fuck. The fact that he hasn't finished in the top four, and especially throughout the manner of how this season has gone, where he was in a very, very, very comfortable position going into December. Very comfortable. All we needed to do was continue that run up until the end of the year, and we'd still be in a very good position now. And he couldn't do it. Instead, we see him lambasting the team. I don't know. Is that the word? I don't even know if that's the word. Abusing the players, telling them they're not good enough, saying they're not ready. For me, absolutely not good enough. Knock their confidence straight into the bin. And it comes down to December fixture list, and we are where we are. We are where we are. And now that's continued. Our away form is absolutely horrendous since December. Our home form is actually good. And today would have been our sixth win on the bounce if we had got a win. And we failed to do it. Again, it's a mentality thing. 100% it's a mentality thing. I'm looking at the tweets now. Who is the worst manager after the Tuchel era at Chelsea? Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, Pochettino, or Enzo Maresca? Everyone will say probably Potter. For me, Graham Potter had the hardest job out of all four of them managers, coming into a very unstable club, let alone a team. A club that's just been taken over ownership. and the process of gutting everybody out that they didn't want, bringing in their own players that they wanted, and not being like, not fully aware of what they're doing and how to do it. They didn't have much time to react in what they wanted to do. They just went gung ho with the signings, couldn't really get rid of people, and he had a massive squad, and he had to deal with that coming from Brighton to Chelsea, a much bigger club. For me, Graham Potter had the toughest job out of all of them. And you know what? Respect to him because he still talks highly of the club today. So I've got nothing but respect for Graham Potter for the way that he is. Obviously, his tenure at the club was terrible, but it is what it is. Frank Lampard, he done well when we was on a transfer ban. He got us into top four with those players, and unfortunately, his second spell was not good at all. Again, another tough job to come in and try and stabilise that. For me, Pochettino's probably been the best one out of all of them, but even still, I wasn't a fan of Pochettino because he made mistakes throughout the season. But the one thing you can give credit for Pochettino is that he started to get it right towards the end of the season. You started to see a style of play coming in. It was probably like the last 5 games of the season where we started getting results, where he started to invert Cucurella, and it just changed the way that we played, and we actually looked decent for once. You roll that over into the next season, and Enzo Maresca's in charge. I'm just looking at that now, going, "Well, it's a new manager bounce," or they're still, doing the same things that they were doing under Poch, and it's taken XYZ amount of time for Maresca to get his style of playing board, and it's shit because it ain't no good. His style of play for me is just I can't deal with it. This robotic, systematic, micromanaged formations and style of play for me, no good. Absolutely no good. When we're attacking, I mean, start of the season, free flowing attack. Like we looked lethal going forward. I remember sending messages saying, "Right, this attack looks really good." I remember in pre-season, we didn't necessarily have the greatest pre-season, and I'm sitting there going, "No, but look at the attack. Look how we're scoring goals. Look how we're attacking. It's quick. It's efficient. It's deadly." And we've just completely lost all that. All you've got to do at this moment in time, is stick 12 people, well, 11 men behind the ball, and we don't know what to do. We don't know how to break teams down. They played a back five today, Ipswich, and we didn't know how to break them down. Eventually, we get obviously 2-2. We do break them down, but if you look at how many opportunities and chances we were creating in that first half, as an example, it's just like crossing. I don't understand it. Crossing the ball constantly. For me, no good. But let's get straight into it for the match reaction and look at the lineups that we had today. So bear in mind, Ipswich are missing Amari Hutchinson through injury, and they didn't start Liam Delap for whatever reason. Bear that in mind. We start Sanchez in goal, Chalobah at right back, Tosin, Colwell, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Neto, Palmer, Madueke, and Jackson up top. Now that's quite a strong team. That's a strong enough team to deal with a team that's about to get relegated. The only change out of that lineup that I thought went against what I thought was going to be was the Chalobah at right back. I thought Gusto would have played, but I understand why he needs to rest players. I wanted Reece James to be rested because he played midweek against Legia Warsaw. Again, a decision I didn't really understand. I didn't really understand why he rested certain players against Legia Warsaw or even Brentford. Tell a lie, I did accept the Brentford ones because obviously a few people were coming back from injuries. You got to manage their minutes. The Reece James one, he probably could have rested against Legia Warsaw instead of playing in centre midfield. But it paid off anyway because he had a good game. So that was the only one I wasn't too keen on. You look at Ipswich's team, and like there's no one in there that you think, you know what, like who are they? That Enciso. He's the only one. I was saying it before the game. He used to play for Brighton. He buried Kepa twice with two absolute screamers. He's an okay player. But every time he plays Chelsea, he turns up and absolutely has a worldie. And again, today, he done exactly that. Had a worldie. Frustrating. Very, very, very frustrating. He got a goal today as well. So the first half, literally the first 10 minutes of this game, we're battering Ipswich. We've got all of like we normally do. We have all of the possession. We have all of the passing stats, the chances. We had about 7 chances before Ipswich even had their first. And at the first opportunity they get, they bounce down the other end. Bop, bop, bop. Goal. I couldn't believe what I saw. Tossing with a weak challenge on Enciso. Enciso's managing to hold it up against him. Then it's laid off. And then Cucurella is stuck with marking 2 players, and he has to make a decision now. Do I go to the ball and make it easy to pass out wide, or do I run central and try and make it difficult between them and try and cut the pass out anyway? So he's just running back and tracking back. Levi Colwill, marking absolutely nobody, decides to run back as well, rather than go to the ball. Makes no challenge at all. None at all. Absolutely shocking defending. And then the defending from the cross between Enciso and then Tosin, shocking. Enciso runs through the middle of both of them, pass across the goal, bang, goal. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 1-0 Ipswich. Then we carry on. We start to get a little bit of pressure after that. They nearly scored a second. Backing off, letting them shoot. And then eventually they do score a second. Too easy. Ball over the back post, head up, goal. Just so easy. So easy. And then our chances that we're doing, we didn't even really have like any solid good chances in that first half. We had the Colwill header. That was a good opportunity. We hit the post in the first, 4 or 5 minutes from Nicholas Jackson. Could have done better. We had a few Maresca chances, so I thought in that first half was really frustrating. I thought his chances were not good at all in that first half. Not good at all. And then we get to second half. Well, we go in 0-0. And in the second half, we start very quick. Madueke shows a bit of directness, a bit of determination, bombs it down the right-hand side, whips the ball across the box, and that's enough. An own goal by Tuanzebe, sorry. Was he the Man United player? Let me click on him. He used to play for Man United, didn't he? Axel Tuanzebe. Let me check his transfer. Yeah, Man United and Stoke. He went to Napoli, you know. They put him on loan at Napoli. Man United love a loan at Napoli, don't they? Yeah, so an own goal by Tuanzebe. And, we kickstart the second half very quickly. Very quickly. Bear with me 1 second. What's going on here? Just going to check a few things. Listen, this post pissed me. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, so we kickstart the second half very quickly. 2-1 straight away. And then we're on the ascendancy, but at the same time, whilst we're creating chances and going forward, we still look a bit vulnerable coming back. And nothing's really working. Jackson in that second half, I even forgot that he was playing. I'll be honest with you, he was non-existent today. No hold-up play whatsoever. No presence as a striker whatsoever. We wasn't necessarily laying it off for him. But even in his general positioning and movement, there was opportunities when the ball could have been played through the middle and he's running out wide. And you just think, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Going into the second half, I didn't understand Maresca's substitution. He takes Tosin off and brings on Gusto. I did not understand that. Like, we need a goal. We needed 2 goals. So we'll bring on Gusto. He's going to get you your goals. Well, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Madueke, magic down the right hand side, and an own goal from Dwan Zabi. And then 68th minute, Sancho comes on for Madueke. Again, not sure why Neto didn't get subbed off. All he was doing was just cutting in and crossing it, overhitting it every single time. I don't think we won one single header today from a cross, other than the Colwell one. Let me try and see how many corners we had today. We had. This is a joke. Let me come to that. I've just seen it. That's a joke. Let's get the second goal out of the way. 79th minute. Corner from Cole Palmer. Passes straight to Jadon Sancho on the edge of the box. And finally, we see Jadon Sancho rip one out top bins. Absolutely fantastic goal. Been waiting for something like that for a while. And that's probably his second game in a row where he's played decent. He come on and he did play decent. So fair play to Jadon. He's just got to keep that up. Keep that towards the end of the season. I'm sure people will probably say, yeah, you know what, we'll sign him. But fuck me. 2-2. Dropped points against Ipswich. Now, UCL hopes completely in the bin. Now, I knew they was in the bin anyway. I got us finishing 7th. But that's just shocking. That's to Ipswich is just shocking. I've said there's no real room for error at all going forward now. None at all. And to not get a result against Ipswich, boy, you know, that's even my prediction is looking worse off than what I said it was going to be. Because I said we'd get 3 wins on the bounce now. And we haven't. We've failed on that one. We've got a draw. Now, if you look at the stats, we'll check the stats out. We'll look at the first half to begin with, yeah? 0.98 expected goals to Ipswich's 0.62, yet they go in 2-0 up. We had 76% ball possession, they had 24. We had 15 shots. They had 5. We had 2 on target, they had 2 on target, they scored 2 goals. They had 2 big chances, they took them 2 big chances. We had 2 big chances, we didn't take any of them. We had 6 corners in that first half. They had none. So it was a complete domination in that first half, other than a few breakaway chances from Ipswich. And they took their chances. It took 4.5 minutes today for Robert Sanchez to make his first mistake of the game, kicking the ball out to one of their players who ended up taking a shot off target. Enzo Maresca, after the game, come out and said that the goals that we conceded was due to the environment. By that, he's hinting at the fans. Something about Robert kicking it short and then kicking it long because of the environment. Like, he's taking the fucking piss. That alone, off you go, mate. Jog him on. Get rid of him. Both of them. Goalkeeper and manager. I can't believe that comment. Why don't he look at himself and think, you know what, I keep playing this fucking idiot, this fucking bozo in goal, who's just like brain dead, absolutely brain dead. And I don't know how many, like, what are we on? We're on episode 37, yeah? Episode 37. And 37 times I've probably come in here and said, Sanchez has made a mistake. Sanchez makes a mistake every single game. Every single stream, no matter what, when he's playing, I will come in here and say this geezer makes a mistake every single game without foul. It took him 4.5 minutes. And the manager still plays him, yet he wants to blame. He wants to put the blame on the fans and the environment. Absolute excuses. Absolute excuses. 2 seconds. So where does that leave us now? Because we've just watched. Let me get rid of that. Where was I? I was just looking at the stats, wasn't I? That was the first half, yeah? Let's go second half. Second half, expected goals 1.16 expected goals to their 0.52. Obviously, they didn't score in that second half. We did. We scored 2. 72% ball possession to their 28. 19 shots to their 8. 7 shots on target to their 2. 2 big chances, they had 1. We took them 2 big chances. Corner kicks, 9 to their 4 corner kicks. Overall, 15 corner kicks, and I can't remember us winning a header for any of them. Like, a corner kick for Chelsea Football Club is just like a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. We don't score from corners. Obviously, the Jadon Sancho one was a pass to the edge of the box and it was a goal. We can count that one. All right. I'm wrong there. We do score from them. Before today, before that one opportunity, bro, the ratio is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Overall, 34 shots. Only 9 of them are on target. That's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now we're either doing willy-nilly shooting just for the sake of shooting, or we're just not clinical enough. One thing that screams to me is we still need a striker. We need someone who's got a presence up top, someone who's going to dominate, someone who's going to put fear in the defenders. It ain't Jackson. He's not scary. He's not scary at all. We need a commanding centre-back, someone who's going to absolutely command that box and tell them that this is my space. You ain't coming nowhere near the ball. Because we ain't got none of that. We've got soft centre-backs. They're soft. I'm sorry. There's nothing strong about them. They're weak, soft mentality, not very good on the ball, weak, aerially, okay. In terms of concentration, they don't have any. Defensively, not great. Reactions, poor. Shape, terrible. I'm not impressed with these centre-backs. That includes Levi Colwill. Not impressed at all. It's about time we just call it out. I'm not happy. At the start of the season, I thought he was very good. Him alongside Fofana. But if you need Fofana for you to be good, then you're not good. It's simple as that. You're letting another player like bolster you up, hold you up. You could argue that it don't help Enzo Maresca changing the back 4 every single week. The back 4 is different. You could argue that, and I get that. There's no consistency with the back 4 or back 5. But for me, I've lost patience now. Levi Colwill, I've lost faith, bro. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I feel like we need 2 centre backs now. We need to ship all the others off. Badiashile definitely needs to go. Disasi's already out on loan. He can go. He just got ripped by Kvaratskhelia the other day in the Champions League, which is understandable. He's a great player. Someone that we was in for, but didn't go out and get him. Ended up getting Pedro Neto instead. Tosin, for me, I think he's a good backup player. Chalobah. I like Chalobah, but I don't think he's Chelsea level. I'll be real with you. I don't. Like I said, all of those defenders there, there's not a real defender that's standing out for me who's commanding that centre-back role. None of them. A leader in that defence that everyone looks to like, yeah, that's the guy. Like a Virgil van Dijk, like a Thiago Silva. That is just like a William Saliba or a Gabriel Saliba, obviously both similar. Commanding centre-backs. You ain't getting the ball off of me kind of centre-back. We ain't got them. They can get roughed up. Liam Delap on Levi Colwill, I saw it plenty of times when he came on. Just barging him around, flinging him about. He ain't strong enough. It's not strong enough. I don't know where we go from here, but boy, we are in trouble. If we look at the lineup, we look at the league table now, sorry. We've just seen Newcastle batter Manchester United absolutely slapped Wolves as well. Wolves won 4-2 today against Tottenham. So, well, you know what? That's the only thing that's, I guess, is a bonus because, I mean, can I really get pleasure out of seeing Tottenham lose? It's just a given. Like, I don't really give a shit anyway. But you look at this table now at the bottom. Bloody hell, look at that Tottenham. Fucking hell, Wolves winning against Tottenham. They're 2 points behind Tottenham, you know. What we got left? We've got 6 games. Ipswich have got to win all 6. They're not going to. And they can finish above Tottenham. They're not safe yet, Tottenham. Even Man United ain't safe yet. Or Everton. They're a point, need to win the next game or get a draw. And they'll be safe. Same with Spurs. They need to win the next game to be safe. Damn. Tottenham down there in 15th. We thought we had it hard. We thought we had it tough. Manchester United losing 4-1 today, getting absolutely run all over the gaff by Newcastle. Now, you know, this leads me to my next point. You look at this league table, you've just seen Newcastle win 4-1. Chelsea have dropped out top 4 now. We're now in 6th place, obviously, after that draw. Man City are now ahead of us by a point. We're chasing them now. I look at their fixtures and I can see them going on and winning all the games, winning every single one of them now. I'm not going to lie. They're capable of being able to do that. They've got the second most goals in the league on 62. Their problem has been their leaky defence this season, but they're more than capable with their experience to just go on a run like that towards the end of the season, win the last 6 games and finish second if they wanted to. Obviously, Arsenal need to get a couple of wins in there to try and stop that. Then you got Nottingham. Let's look at the teams, right? So Liverpool, we're not better than them. No way. Currently 22 points adrift off of Liverpool. That's shocking, man. We've lost 8 games this season, you know. 8. That's just shocking, man. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of the top 6. This is terrible. Drawn how many? 9. Shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. Arsenal, we're not better than them. We're miles off of them. Nottingham Forest, they're flying high. They've got momentum. They've had momentum for the whole season and they've maintained it. They're now 2 L's on the bounce. Let's see what teams have they got? Oh, well, yes, bro. What are you saying? You good? Did you watch the game? It was horrible, bro. It's horrible. Sancho's goal was good, though. I'm not going to lie. I was impressed with that. I was happy to see that go in. I'm not going to lie. But it all means nothing if we're not getting the result. It means nothing. Where are me? Where are my standings? Let's go back to that now. Right, so let's look at Nottingham Forest who have got who they got. They got Spurs away. I've got them losing that game, but Spurs are just shocking. Absolutely shocking. They've got 2 L's on the bounce now, Nottingham Forest. So I've got them losing this next game. Are they going to lose 3 in a row? I'm not quite sure. You look at Tottenham's form. Draw, loss, loss, win, loss. That is terrible. I wouldn't be surprised if Nottingham Forest bop them around the park. If they're losing to Wolves 4-2, there's no reason why Nottingham Forest can't win and take a result off of that. I've got them losing. If they nick 3 points out of that, that changes their points tally. Let me share the screen. I'll get it up. Sorry. Happy we drew, yeah? I'm not even happy we drew. I'm happy we come. If you're saying like you're happy we come back, Andrew, then yeah, I get that. I understand that. It's better than a loss at the end of the day. But we should be smacking up Ipswich. I said before the game, 3 or 4-0. We're 2-0 down in the first half. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me share my screen and I'll get my little play predictor up again. So have a go. And share. Right, let's get this. Let's get it up big. Can you see that? Yeah. I wonder if I can. Cinema layout. There you go. Oh, that doesn't mean nothing. Get me back in there. Right, so I got us getting 62 points now at the end of the season. So that is exactly the same as what we finished under Pochettino. 62 points. So end of the season, absolutely no progress whatsoever. None. So we got rid of Pochettino. Well, it was kind of a mutual decision for them to part ways, if I remember correctly. But there's been no progression from last season to this one, if you weigh that up. We had Pochettino starting the season really shit and ending the season quite well. Then we had Maresca starting the season very well and finishing very bad. And to the detriment of we're not going to achieve Champions League football. That's the truth. I've got us finishing 7th. Now, I look at the yeah, I hear that. I hear what you're trying to say. I get you. I get you. Now I look at the this Fulham game now, and I'm starting to think, you know what? After our result that we've just had, we've got to go away to Fulham. That's not going to be an easy game. That is not going to be an easy game at all. And they beat us at the Bridge this season. Another team that started that horrible run in December. All of these teams here are Everton, Fulham, and Ipswich are all the teams that started that horrible run. Fulham beat us, Ipswich beat us, and Everton got a 0-0 draw against us. So I'm expecting us to right our wrongs and win these 3 games. We ain't winning them 3 games. I'm like, I've got no confidence now. Again. So I've got no confidence now. Well, I never have done. And like I've been saying throughout the whole season, I've got no confidence in this manager to turn it around. Fulham away. This could be a nightmare. Everton at home. They're our bogey team. Liverpool at home. The only saving grace is Liverpool might have won the league by then. So, you know, they might have the hangover of winning the league. But we still got to walk out and clap them. They'll still walk out at our ground and we'll clap them. And that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. 4 games left of the season and they might be lifting that trophy. And then we've got Newcastle away. We just saw what Newcastle just done to Manchester United away. Absolutely bopped them. Some of the goals they score are electric. So I've got us losing them games. And then you've got Man United at home. Now, how bad Manchester United are, for how bad they are, I guarantee you we draw this game. I guarantee you we draw this game for how bad Manchester United are. The most important thing for me at this point is getting him and his boring playing shit mentality at Chelsea by the end of the season, for real. I've been saying it since December. His mentality is not there. Like, you know, he shit the bed when he realised he was at a big club. The job's too big for him. Like when he realises, oh, do you know what? I'm actually dealing with like a team here that's quite, you know, quite big. Like they go for these big trophies. It's not like, and the standard is, you know, we've got to win. We've got to get into the top 4. We've got to win. Do you know what I mean? The demand from the fans is higher. One thing, I'll say as well, I've seen online a lot of people trying to compare Clearlake to Roman Abramovich era and saying the last 5 years of his tenure was crap just because we didn't win a trophy, the Premier League within that time, and we were starting to see like a little bit of a dip in our Premier League form, even though they conveniently leave out the fact that we won the Europa League, won the Champions League, and won the Club World Cup within that time. Got to what, 3 or 4 finals? Was it? No, it can't be 3 or 4. Definitely got to a few finals in that time as well, and we lost them under Tuchel. And they want to say, how can we mention that the reign before was any good compared to, like, are you mental? I can't believe any Chelsea fan out there would ever compare the Clear Lake reign to Roman Abramovich and try and make excuses for them. If you're a Chelsea fan that thinks that way, you haven't been a Chelsea fan that long. Because any real Chelsea fan out there that has witnessed Chelsea before Roman Abramovich will be telling you, nah, hold on a minute. This is the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? But look at this anyway. Let me get this up. Man City, I've got Everton and Villa, then both drawing in games. Now, there's a possibility that they'll win these games. I honestly think now we can see Man City going on a mad run here because they're all winnable games to City. KDB seeing off party, you know what I'm saying? That will get them, what, 70, it's another extra 4 points, isn't it? So that will give them 73 points, putting them above Newcastle in third, depending on what Arsenal do. Arsenal have got to win three or four of their games to make sure that they finish above them. That's achievable for Arsenal, but they've got some tough games in there as well. We look at Newcastle's fixtures. They're going to play midweek against Crystal Palace, and I'm praying that Crystal Palace do something. Because then they're just going to pull away. Where are they? I think they're 1 point ahead of us with another. Where are they? 1 point ahead of us with a game in hand. 2 points ahead of us, sorry, with a game in hand. They win that game in hand, we're fucked. They're 5 points clear of us after that. In fact, they go third. They go third, and now we're looking at chasing Nottingham Forest down, which we're 3 points behind, which I hear it. Like, we're hoping to get fifth, but now look at Villa. Look at Villa's form, right? Lost, win, 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 win. Who they got next? Newcastle at home. This could be a perfect result for us. The ideal world, they draw that game. The ideal world, they draw that game. But we have to win against Fulham away. I'm not confident we're going to do that now. And if Fulham beat us, we're starting to look at, a little bit of trouble with them catching up. They're in 8th place on 48 points. They beat us, they're on 51. They're 3 points behind us. We've still got to play Liverpool, Forest, Newcastle. We could slip right out of this, like right out of this, if we don't pick up some form. And by picking up some form, I mean we need to go on a winning streak. Look at our last results: win, loss, win, draw, draw. For a team that's, trying to get Champions League, we are struggling. We are struggling big time. We ain't going to get it. The sooner you accept that, the easier it will be for you. We are not going to get it. Let's say Villa beat Newcastle. We're still 5 points behind them. If they win against Palace, let's say. Let's stick to what I've predicted, yeah? They win against Palace. They're 5 points ahead of us. Let's say they lose to Villa. They're still 2 points ahead of us. And Villa could go ahead of us if we don't beat Fulham. It's just not like... We're in a fucking sticky situation at the moment. I'll be honest with you, the ideal result is Newcastle beat Villa. And we just accept, look, Newcastle going to finish above us. We're hoping for Nottingham Forest to fall off, and we're hoping Man City slip up somewhere. I can't see it. In my head, I got Liverpool finishing there, Arsenal finishing there, Newcastle finishing there. Let's hope Nottingham fall off. We've still got City falling there, and we're scraping around for 5th. That's if Villa don't, look at their form. Ridiculous at the end of the season so far. But they've still got to play Man City. So, there is some games in there that might favour us. But you know what? I think the damage is already done. I think the damage is done. Damage is already done. Enzo Maresca, for me, has destroyed this season from the December, ruining the confidence of the players. And we are where we are. And what do we do? What do we do to change it? For me, 2 CBs, striker, goalkeeper, in Petrovic, maybe he can earn he's earned it. I don't know why we sent him out on loan in the first place. I thought he did okay last season. Wasn't the greatest, but I thought he done okay. I was surprised when we sent him out on loan to replace him with Rob Sanchez. Petrovic is obviously doing wonders in League One. I'd bring him back, give him a shot, get rid of Sanchez straight away. Don't even think twice about it. Off he goes. Then we've got Andre Santos coming back as cover in the centre mid. We've got Esugu, if that's how you say his name, coming into the centre midfield as another backup option. I'd keep Gusto, Reece James as right backs. Centre backs, Buddy Shield's got to go. Tosin's a backup for me. Chalobah's got to go, in my opinion. We've got to bring one in. They're looking at Mark Gahey. Again, I'm not convinced on that one. I don't know if that. I mean, he had a cracking. Was it the World Cup recently? No, it was the Euros. I thought he had a cracking Euros. To be fair to him, I thought he was a very good addition to that England squad, and I thought he was solid. Would he come into the Chelsea team and be solid? Sanchez and these CBs got to go. I completely agree. Colwell, I'm not convinced. I'll be real with you. I'm not convinced. I heard he was linked to Liverpool, and Liverpool were going to try again. If they do come in, off you go, fella. As long as we can sign another centre back. I like the look of that Højsen at Bournemouth. I don't think we'll get him though. I think he's on his way to Real Madrid. Maybe I need to do a little stream on who we can get in now. I've been tweeting who we've been linked with every single time we are linked with a player. We've been linked to about 43 different players and signed 2 of them. Left back Cucurella, I'm happy with that. But we need another backup option. We've got Viega coming back, obviously playing centre back at Juventus. He's been doing well. We got injured, and then the new manager come in, and he hasn't been playing him. Viega at centre back could be decent shout, but we definitely need to sign a good, strong centre back. Left back, not quite sure. We got there. What's our options? We've got Caleb Wiley on loan. Maybe we recall one of them. We've got Chilwell out on loan. I'd imagine we'll end up getting rid of him. As I said, Andre Santos is coming back. We'll have Caicedo, Fernandez, Esugu. Got Carney Chukwuemeka coming back. This manager doesn't want to utilise him. They're probably going to sell him. We got Leslie Chukwuku. I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't play for Southampton anymore, does he? He's all right. He's a decent player, to be fair. He's a good backup option. Left wing, I don't know what the hell's going on with Mudrik's B sample. Apparently it's out and they're not releasing it. For me, that makes it sound like he is guilty. And then when the results do come out and they announce the ban, he'd already served the ban, so he'll be ready for next season. He's missed the whole of half of this season. Why aren't they releasing it? He's obviously been found guilty. You don't do all that to be proved like innocent and go, oh yeah, I missed half the season. For me, he's done. Got Raheem Sterling coming back, sell him. He's gone. He ain't good enough. Then you've got Jadon Sancho, Neto. Whether or not we trigger Sancho's release clause is another question. 25 million. I mean, if he can keep up what he's doing today, top binning goals and scoring goals like that, getting assists like he did in the Legia Warsaw game, then I'll sign him. But he's been inconsistent up to this point. If he can continue it from here now to the end of the season and show a good run of form and just get his confidence back, then yeah, go for it by all means. If not, we need to sign a left winger. I heard Bradley Barcola's become available again, someone that we was linked to originally, and we didn't sign him. Same with that Desiree Doué. We were supposed to sign him. We didn't sign him. They wanted 50 million at Rennes, and we didn't want to pay it. Like our scouting team is just horrendous. It's just, you know, when you get the cheat code on Football Manager and you Google all the -10 players, which shows their potential. That's all we do. We've got someone in the office Googling Football Manager and seeing who they can sign, who's got the best potential. Left wing options there. I mean, Tyreek George, I think, is decent enough. We ain't got nothing to play for. We might as well let him play to the end of the season. Right wing, Madueke, Neto. What's other options? Palmer. For me, I don't know why we're not playing Palmer out on the right. He's so isolated in centre midfield. For me, it just doesn't work. So today, I thought he was shit. I don't know how he got such a high rating. I thought he was pants. He got an assist from a corner. What'd he do? Other than that, what was he doing? Just crossing the ball in every single time. Kept losing the ball, weak, soft in the air, misjudging headers. Like, I don't get it. And then not running back after it, just letting it go. I thought Tosin was absolutely dreadful today from minute one, giving the ball away, passing it away, and then he was involved in both of the goals. Colwell, no good. Cucurella done okay. I'm not going to blame him for the first goal. Chalobah, again, nah, not for me. Didn't think he was good enough. Reactions are terrible. Sanchez, meh, not good enough. Enzo and Caicedo, they try, you know what I'm saying? Neto, nothing. Didn't really affect the game, just kept crossing the ball in constantly. Whether he was on the right or the left, all he did was just cross the ball into nobody. Palmer just kept crossing the ball. I don't know what it was, just kept crossing the ball. Madueke, come on. Madueke, sorry, first half I thought was frustrating. Shooting was terrible in the first half, kept getting caught up in two minds what to do. Give me 2 seconds. Just need to unlock the door. But then he improved in the second half, and for some reason, focus. For some reason, the coach subs off Madueke rather than Neto. Didn't get that. Jadon Sancho come on. I thought he was very effective. Obviously scored the goal. Attacking with a little bit of intent. Nicholas Jackson, I forgot he was on the pitch. Once he hit the post, that was it. Didn't get anything from him. Absolutely anything from him. I'd love to know how many touches of the ball he got. Let me see if I can find it. See how many touches of the ball he got. Because I didn't even know he was playing at one point. Let's have a look. So he managed to play 87 minutes. When Nkunku come on, by the way, I thought he come on and did all right. I'm not going to lie. Hold up play straight away. Got involved straight away. Let's have a look. Accurate passes. He did 11 passes today. Only achieved 8 of them. Expected goals was 0.39 for a striker. Shots on target, none. Big chances missed, 1. Hit the woodwork, 1. Touches, 20 throughout the game. 20 touches. 3 of those would have been from goal kick. I mean, from kickoff. Shocking. And he got a yellow card. Let me just see. How many touches did Palmer get on the ball today? Where's it gone? 77. That kind of weighs it up. Jackson with 20, Palmer with 77. I know they play in 2 different positions, but just kind of summarises it that, Jackson wasn't really doing anything today. Gusto came on, didn't really have to do anything. Just staying good enough, man. Just staying good enough. When you look up top, we definitely need a striker. I like Liam Delap. You saw him come on and absolutely abuse Chalobah down the left-hand side. Just left him for dead. Got a corner out of nothing. When absolutely nothing was around him, he got a corner. I like Liam Delap. I like the physicality of him. He's good at striking the ball. But for me, he's not the answer. We need to be going out and signing a striker that's been there, done that, got the T-shirt. In my eyes, that is Victor Osimhen. Now, I've been very critical of Victor Osimhen in the past because I don't like the way. I don't think he's got a good touch. I watched him in the AFCON previously, and I weren't that impressed. But the one thing I will say about him is he can header, he can finish, he's fast, he's strong, he's athletic, his movement's all right, he's good in the box, his mentality is different. He knows what it takes to be the main man, being the main man in Nigeria, being the main man at Napoli, being the main man at Galatasaray, and he's been there, done there, got the T-shirt in terms of winning trophies. So for me, we need to go sign Victor Osimhen or a Gyökeres. The caliber of player needs to be high, or an Isaac. Isaac would be the dream, but we ain't going to get him. Why is he going to come down a club? Why is he going to demote himself when Newcastle are doing so well? So let's see. We'll probably end up with Delap, and that'll be it. Left wing, I'm hoping we're going for Bradley Barcola. We need something different. As I said, we need 2 centre backs. Yeah, at the moment, we are fully in the mud. And for me, Maresca's on his last legs. If you look at everybody online, what's this? What's he saying? What's saying as well? Oh, okay, cool. Everybody online is Enzo Maresca out. Enzo Maresca needs to go. Everybody making the questions, are we going? He's now coming out with stupid shit. We are stronger with our fans. We are a better team. It's up to them to decide the way. You're supposed to decide the way, bro, not the fans. The fans have made their mind up. They're fed up of you. They're sick to death of you with your shit little philosophical fucking answers in your press conferences. Yeah, it is, bro. Like, but Enzo Maresca is just his press conference after the game is just like goading the fans. This guy's a fucking dickhead, man. Just get rid of him, man. Just get rid of him. It's done. Got nothing to play for. He's fouled. He's fouled this season. Useless manager, man. They're talking about getting Areola in the summer. Well, yeah, again, another one that we'll be taking a chance on. Like, is there any managers out there that, have been there, done that, got a T-shirt? Everybody getting onto Enzo Maresca. Now, I'll be honest with you today, yeah. A lot of it is, we're moaning a lot about Enzo Maresca. Today, I can't blame him. I can't blame this result on Enzo Maresca because it's the players. He don't put a squad out there and expect his players to defend like that. We did everything right in the game in terms of, we had the right amount of control. We just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. He can't help players like Chalobah missing from 2 yards out. Can't help us hitting the post. Can't help our shit shooting. What the problem that I have with Enzo Maresca and why I'm defending all these people that are saying it is because he's the reason why we are here in the first place. If we were comfortable in the league table right now, we might not care that we got a draw today, or not as much. But we know the impact that that's going to have. We're done. UCL binned, like it says in the title. It's gone. We are not getting it. Today was the result that told us we are not getting it, and everybody else is saying the same thing. We're not getting it. I've been saying for a while we're getting 7th place. I've been saying for a while this manager's not good enough. I've been called entitled, negative. Now everybody's saying the same things. He doesn't have the mentality to be at Chelsea. I've been saying this since December when he was knocking our players. I'm saying this guy is not it. He ain't ready for a club like this where we demand top 4. We demand trophies. We can be spoiled. We can be entitled. We get that. But there's a way of going about it. If he comes out and says, no, that ain't good enough. Not good enough. We need to do better. He don't. He makes excuses and he keeps playing this fucking goalkeeper all the time. You're having a laugh. Someone's just put in there. He's worked miracles. He's taken us from 6 all the way to 6. He's true. He ain't done nothing. It's just, ridiculous. But listen, anyway. His mentality ruined us. The mentality in his players and heads by the manager ruined us 100%. And it all started with this guy. We was in a good position. We were flying. Our attack was fire. Everybody in the league, like we had Jamie Carragher coming out and saying he has to take it back. He has to apologise because we look like a different team. We look electric in our attack. Everybody started to get a little bit, we're playing Chelsea, their attack is decent. And he fucked it. He absolutely fucked it. But listen, DCF, thanks for tuning in, bro. I'm going to leave it there. What's the next game? When is the next game? Let me get it up. Chelsea fixtures. So our next game is Legia Warsaw again, 8 o'clock on the 15th, which is next Thursday, I believe. Yeah, next Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'll probably do a live stream for that. Second leg of the Europa Conference League. We're 3-0 up. I expect us to go through. I expect it to be a boring game, if I'm honest with you now. Boring. I don't expect much from us. We're weak. We ain't got no mentality. And I'm not confident we're even going to win that competition. And then we've got Fulham on the Sunday at 2 o'clock. So I'll be doing a live stream for that as well. Like, what is it with us on 2 o'clock kickoffs every single week now? Every week we're on 2 o'clock kickoffs. Either way, this season's nearly at an end. We've got 6 games to go. Well, if you don't include the Conference League, it's nearly there. And I can't wait to finish it. I can't wait. And we're going to go into the Club World Cup and embarrass ourselves in that competition because of how shit we are. But listen, I'm done at here. Leave a like on the video. If you're new and you come across this, subscribe to the channel. Get your notifications on so we can do this more often and get in the chat. And, we can discuss some football. DCF, you have a good night, bro. Appreciate you. In a bit.